serious? Are you serious? Okay, guys, now you know that there's an asteroid coming. Wednesday, it's going to come very close to the Earth. A near-Earth object, according to NASA, just discovered. They're calling it 2017 BX. It's 30 feet in diameter. It's 10 meters in diameter, and it's going to go whizzing by the Earth on Wednesday. You haven't heard anything about it, but check it out. I'll put the link below at spaceweather.com. They right on the chart. There it is. Also, today, we have a huge coronal hole turns toward the Earth from the sun. This hole is opened in the sun's atmosphere, and it is spewing a stream of solar wind into space. An extreme ultraviolet telescope on board NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory has captured the photograph of it on the Earth today, on this January 23rd. This is a coronal hole, a region in the sun's atmosphere where the magnetic field opens up and allows solar wind to escape. It is Earth-facing, folks, and this very gassy filled stream of gamma rays and ultraviolet rays and radiation is streaming right toward us. That means we're going to feel a lot of pressure on the planet, which could create, of course, major earthquakes and tsunamis or volcanic eruptions or power outages in some cases, but normally power outages come from the solar flares. These are, of course, solar winds or a solar stream coming through the sun's atmosphere that has a mega hole in it, allowing it to flow right toward us. Earth-facing puts pressure on us, and we're going to continue to keep a close eye on this because in the next 24 to 48 hours, you may begin to see earthquakes popping up in different locations, which could be very, very dangerous and damaging. I'm checking right now, just so you'll know, in the last few hours. Of course, we had that 7.9 earthquake that hit Saturday night down in Papua New Guinea. But just in the last few hours, we have had a 5.1 earthquake in the northern Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a 4.5 in Alaska, a 4.3 in Pakistan, a 4.4 in Chile, and we just had a 4.7 in the Solomon Islands. And this, of course, the pressure just building, but the solar streams from this huge hole in the sun has not reached us yet, okay? So in the next 24 to 48 hours, even 72 hours, let's say, give yourself 3 days to allow this pressure to build. We'll see exactly what is going to take place from this major coronal hole in the atmosphere of the sun. And oh, by the way, the radiation levels, which you don't see, are still spiking on this planet from 2 directions. The solar minimum that the sun is in, releasing its gamma rays of radiation from the sun, and the 5 waves of energy. As wave number 2, we're in the middle of this, well, not in the middle, but we're in now into the thrust of this second wave of energy, and it's really, really spiking the radiation levels off the charts. Last year alone, we had a 12.5 increase in radiation from the year before, off the charts. Normally, I mean, it's either the same, less, no more than a 1% ever. 12.5, and the second wave of energy is now pounding us to right now this year. So keep an eye on it, folks. We'll keep a close eye on it. We don't know. We're living in times we never thought we'd ever see, but it's all matching the biblical prophecy. You start talking about the asteroids whizzing by, the sun. The Bible said there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption. Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, I received this picture. This was taken in the Montana sky yesterday. Now, to the right, up there at the top right, it looks like that could probably be Comet, potentially the Comet 45P Honda. We don't know what these other one. There's a black one over here. There's like a little black dot over here to the left, near the sun. Of course, here's the sun, and right here, what is this? Okay, now there's been several pictures been surfacing of this little black, what looks like a distant planet or something. that's been near the sun that's got people concerned. Of course, we know what this is. There's your poisonous chemtrails just happen to be rolling by. And there's a couple of other weird things that's out there. We're going to talk about this. This picture was sent to us by Richard. And Richard's a professional photographer, and he looked up in the sky and seen all these different things happening and said, what is that? And what is this? Of course, some of this could be explained with something to do with the camera, but he is a professional photographer, so he would understand lens flares and those types of things, obviously. There's some unexplained things in this picture in Montana that we need understanding for. Now, if you watch today's live broadcast, we will show this picture fully, and it will be perfectly clear on that screen that we're going to show you during my live broadcast, so don't miss it today. It starts at 12 noon Eastern. Starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Come to my website, watch the live broadcast. We will show you this picture, the full frame of it in clarity, perfectly clear, and maybe you can give us some help in understanding what these things are. I know that this right here is very curious to me. That's very curious to me. But there's a lot out there. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. I'll tell you one thing I'd love to see is the Lord coming soon. Okay? He told us to keep looking up, folks, for our redemption is drawing nigh.
Michael Cohen.
Sir, since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization,
can
you give us a chance?
Your organization.
You are attacking our news organization.
Your organization.
Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state
She's asking a question. Don't
Mr.
be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not appropriate.
President Obama went too far with the sanctions he put on Russia after the hacking. Do you think they're
I don't think he went
disproportionate?
too far.
And what
No.
will you roll them back?
No.
And what do you think of Lindsey
I don't
Graham's
say-
plan to send you a bill for tougher ones,
Plans to send me a bill for
for
what?
tougher sanctions?
I hadn't heard Lindsey Graham was going to do that. Lindsey Graham. I've been competing with him for a long time. And he's going to crack that 1% barrier one day. I didn't realize Lindsey Graham's still at it. It's all right. I think Lindsey Graham's a nice guy, actually. I've heard that he's a nice guy, and I've been hearing it. I've been hearing it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Draweth nigh. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living, folks, certainly in the last days. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Don't be Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, guys, now you know that there's an asteroid coming. Wednesday, it's going to come very close to the Earth, a near-Earth object, according to NASA, just discovered. They're calling it 2017 BX. It's 30 feet in diameter. It's 10 meters in diameter, and it's going to go whizzing by the Earth on Wednesday. You haven't heard anything about it, but check it out. I'll put the link below at spaceweather.com. They right on the chart. There it is. Also, today, we have a huge coronal hole turns toward the Earth from the sun. This hole is opened in the sun's atmosphere, and it is spewing a stream of solar wind into space. An extreme